Yeah.
And speaking of calls, our next one's from WAVA out of Washington, D.C., and this is Johnny.
Hello, I was wondering if you guys were ever planning on making a film of your concert.
Al?
Well, as a matter of fact,
Al's wearing the headband tonight. He'll answer this.
Take it out.
It keeps the blood from flowing to my feet. But as a matter of fact, we've undertaken several projects as far as video and filming concerns. We've done some live footage, and we've also done some live handage.
What Al's trying?
Some live bondage and
That was a joke, America. That was a joke. Mark that on your ballots. What Al's trying to say is that they've all screwed up, and that's why you haven't seen one yet. But as soon,
Call Don Kirchner.
as soon as we get this act together and get it back out on the road, we do stand a chance of doing something, you know, as far as live film or even a live record. But every effort that we've made in the past has been an abysmal failure. You can tell it's taken its toll on our attitude. Al is losing sleep.
Yeah.
What else are you losing, Al?
Well, I don't know, my mind. But to be quite honest, I think the crux of the matter is because our producer, Ted Templeman, is a very difficult person to work with.
Yeah.
He's set in his own ways.
Glazed eyes, stuttering.
And for one reason or another, we never see eye to eye to him. Now, I told him, just because you're short doesn't mean you got to make fun of him.
That's Ted, you know? That's Ted, you know? I tell you.
time for a track, you guys. From the third LP, Women and Children First. Everybody wants
We've
some.
been edited. You are listening to My Country. This is Van Halen that you listen to. We have a very good time tonight. Thank you.
Very good. Our next call is from Detroit. We got one. Happy anniversary to WRIF, the home of rock and roll.
Hello, Motor
Linda.
City.
This is Linda, you guys, and she's on Rockline.
Linda,
doing?
how are you, pretty?
Oh, I'm great.
Oh, yeah? What are you doing right
That's
now?
what I heard.
Oh.
Al makes his living hitting things with sticks, honey. You understand? He's a drummer, so you got to understand the bottom line here.
Oh, I'd love to start a family with you.
Hey, I tell you, baby. You are my kind of gal.
I tell you what,
can tell
Linda,
already.
we'll put you on hold after the call. What's your question?
The hell we will.
I was wondering, how come you don't like brown M&Ms?
How come what, darling?
How come you don't like brown M&Ms?
Well, it's a sort of a superstitious thing. You know how you always tie your shoe starting with the left first all the time, or you always have a little thing like that. And brown M&Ms is much the same thing for us. Al, do you have anything to add to this?
Yeah.
I didn't think so.
Thank you.
So
On the serious side, brown M&Ms just seriously don't have any aesthetic value because if you really think about it, you're buying M&Ms for the color, the coating, and the taste. With a brown cover, it looks like it's not covered. So why the hell bother?
Alex Van Halen impersonating David Horowitz on Rockline.
That's Al Van Halen's philosophy, and don't ask him to spell it.
What happened with the M&Ms when you trashed the room? You got brought brown M&Ms, you destroyed something. Come on, guys.
You know, what happened is, you know, it's in the contract that if Van Halen has brown M&Ms to be found anywhere in the backstage or dressing room area or otherwise, that the band will forfeit the show. And one show, they had brown M&Ms, and the only thing that could really, you know, soothe the savage beast that was in the band, I mean, I was there, was a food fight. And I read in the paper. I read in the paper later. It was something like $40,000 or I don't know.
Is this some kind of a power trip to put a writer in a contract? No brown M&Ms?
No. The whole idea is to live your life like a magazine. You know?
Our next call is from Long Island, listening on WPLJ.
Al is living his like a cartoon. You know.
and we got
This is in color.
Hey, you guys, wait a minute. We got Liz on the Rockline. She's got a different question. Go ahead.
Liz.
Hi.
Hi, Liz.
How are you?
I'm fine, darling. How are you, Al?
I'm fine. How are you?
Liz, how are you?
Fine.
Good. How you doing, Liz?
Okay.
All right. I'm
okay.
fine, too. Let's all be fine.
I would like to know if the concert you played in New York City, right?
Yes.
At the Coliseum.
Yes, ma'am.
When you pick up the girl from the audience.
That was his mother.
No.
Was that big?
Hang on, Liz. Hang on. When you pick up the girl, what now?
No, Liz, that is not staged. What we do is we pick one lucky contestant every night, and we pull her up on stage, and we kind of let it go from there. You want to know which way Dave goes? put him in the wind and watch where he blows. You know, it's like you just pull somebody out, you give him a kiss, and you carry it on from there. You ever done that before?
She's off the line right now.
No, she ain't.
We'll be back with David and Alex
We
after
love you,
Jamie's
Liz.
crying on Rockline.
Yes, indeed, America. You are listening to Diamond David Lee Roth and
Dip Alex.
from Van Halen. Yes, indeed, live in front of your naked, steaming ears. We are answering calls, and behind door number 3, we have
Mimi from Missoula.
Missoula.
You're on. Come on up.
All right.
Hi, David.
Hey, darling, how are you tonight?
Excellent. First, I want to say you guys are crazy, but excellent, you know.
Well, there's a lot of surplus energy
Yes,
here.
I'm from Huntington Beach, but I'm up here in the sticks going to the university, and I'm really lonesome for a crazy voice, so it's nice to hear
Well, sweetie, I've been Missoula way, and that ain't Sticksville. I've seen them coming,
when you're
man.
used to the beach, when you're used to the beach. Anyway.
There ain't a place I've been in the world. I have been on the top of Mount Bali High on Maria Island in the Tuamotu Archipelago. I have been on the Empire State Building in New York City. I have been everywhere, and there ain't a place somebody says, Dave, this place stinks. I can't wait to get out of here.
Okay, anyway.
Try and get your question in, Mimi.
I'm sorry, just pretend you're at the bar.
I have every picture that was taken of you guys, even some ones that were published and some really great ones of your concerts. You're quite photogenic. Anyway, your women and children poster is on my ceiling. I want to put it up to.
And what room is it on the ceiling of, sugar?
Bedroom, where the hell?
We love you. That poster was specifically designed for ceilings the world over. Yes, indeed, rock fan.
Was there a question in there somewhere?
Not available.
No.
This is not question and answer period, man. This is not 20 questions. This is not even an interview. We are talking to the people.
Welcome to Wrap Your Ass Off. On the...
Call Alicia.
Do you have a question, Mimi?
Yes, I asked you, what is the caption? Can you give me a good caption for the poster?
For the
Caption.
poster?
Yeah, have a happy perineum.
We know. You don't have to call and tell us.
We'll be back with more of David Lee Roth and Alex Van Halen of Van Halen on Rockline. For right now, we check out Mean Street.
We hope so.
desperate part of town turns you from hunted into hunter. You're gonna hunt somebody down. Wait a minute now. Somebody said fair warning. Lord, strike that poor boy down.
These vagabond shoes are longing to stray. I want to be a part of it in old New York. Yes, indeed, United States, lend me your ear. Diamond Dave and
Al, you're a pal.
And together we make up one half of Van Halen. Hey, no way we'd lie to you. We just met you, baby. Lying's for later in the relationship.
More with Van Halen coming up in just a moment on Rockline on the Global Satellite Network. We're ready to hit the telephones again. We have a call from 94 Rock, our affiliate in Syracuse. Hi, Terry.
Hey, Terry.
Hi.
Ooh, Terry, how are you tonight?
Fine. How are you?
I'm fine, sugar. How are you, Al?
I'm fine. I'm high
I'd just like to say you guys are the best, and they got the best half of Van Halen sitting right there.
Well, thank you, Terry. You know, stay tuned to the radio. We'll be showing our new video in a couple of minutes. And, you know, it's
Good.
Van Halen live on the air. I'll tell you.
Alex to say hi to my sister Jean.
Say hi, Al.
Hi, Gene. I'm very much into hygiene myself.
Like hell you are. I tell you, you know, it's Terry, right?
Yeah.
Terry?
Yeah.
You know, they made a study. We were just reading, Alex and I were reading the American Medical Journal the other day, and they made a study about how people look like their dogs. And, you know, they had this dog belong to an architect and a dog that belonged to a scientist and a dog that belonged to a musician. And they did tests on them. And this is the truth, is, you know, they brought in the scientist dog first, and they put him in a little, you know, laboratory, and the dog took all these little sticks, made it into a molecule, and they said, wow. And then, you know, like that, it went in the corner. And the second dog belonged to the architect, came in, and they took all these little sticks that were in this little room, and he made them into a building, like the Empire State Building, and, you know, more like that. You know, Al is enacting the dog's part right now. And he made it into a little building. And then the musician's dog got there a half hour late, got the other two dogs pregnant, left a half an hour early, you know? I knew you were into science. That's why I told you that, sweetheart.
What I want to know is how you do your banshee yell. I mean, it sounds like about 10 people. Did you have to learn that? Or
To learn what?
The Banshee yell.
The Banshee yell.
Did you have to learn that?
No.
The School of Banshee.
People always ask me about that. They say, Dave, did you steal that from old Deep Purple records? And no, rock fans, I stole it from old Ohio Players records. So, you know.
Let's do one from Birmingham, Alabama, 95 Rock, our affiliate. This is Sandy.
Hi.
Hey, Sandy.
How are y'all?
I'm fine. Al, how are you?
I'm fine.
Yes,
That's
we
good.
are fine.
That's good. Okay, here's my question. What's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to y'all?
The most embarrassing thing that's happened to us all.
Remember when we rented that car in New Orleans?
Yeah, vividly. It's very interesting. What happened was Dave and I rented a car, and we wanted kind of a large car because we had a large
Got a cat. What Al's trying to say?
Say it.
We rented a Cadillac after a Stones gig in '78, and I told Al, I says, call up, the rental agency the next morning. And Al calls him up, and he goes, hey, he says, you got to come back to the hotel and pick up this Cadillac your own dead self, man. Things no good. And the guy says, what do you mean, man? I checked it out myself. It's a brand new Caddy. And Al says, I swear to God, on the phone, he says, he says the right turn indicator doesn't work, the right rearview mirror's out of adjustment, and the right door won't open. And the guy says, what do you mean the right door doesn't open? I sussed that car out myself. What's the matter with it? Al says, well, the car's laying on it.
I never professed to be, an Andy Granatelli or anything.
That's right.
But you do look like Andy Give Up close, Al. There is hope.
You know where I go evenings.
We're going to do another track here, you guys. We'll be back to the telephones in a moment
Let's
on
get
Rockline on the Global Satellite Network. That's right.
Want to hear your money talk.
That's right. We ain't talking about love, you guys.
I stood and looked down. You know I lost a lot of friends there, baby. I got no time to mess around. So if you want it, got to bleed, boy, baby. Got to bleed, baby. You got to bleed, baby. Got to bleed, baby. Ain't talking about love. The love is running to the core. Ain't talking about love. Just like I told you before. Ain't talking about love.
these rock fans. Boy, I tell you, woo.
I'll take another call.
Hey, wait, I just want to say, before anybody asks on the telephones here, yes, Edward and Valerie are happily married, you know, and they're having a good time, although I can tell you that Valerie's been having a little morning sickness, and Edward's been taking her place on television, so keep your eyes glued to that set, friends.
Our next call is from WNOR, Norfolk, Virginia. Billy, hello.
Hello.
Hey, Bill.
Hey. Hey, I got a question for Alex.
How you doing, Bill?
Big Al.
Yeah.
Rumor has
That's what I hear.
Rumor has it that you're leaving the group.
Yeah, I was thinking of pursuing a solo career.
Well, the rumor actually is that Al left, and that's true about 8 years ago. So
This is only a hologram, right?
Yeah. Well, the fact of the matter is, I hate to. Well, now that we're on national, global.
You don't know what the fact of the matter is, man. No,
Now that we're on national.
Yes, this is nationwide, man.
Nationwide. Here's the fact of the matter. There were actually 3 brothers. There is Ed, me, and I have a brother. His name is Dinkle. His name is Dinkle Van Halen. He's my twin. He lives up in Switzerland. He makes clocks. But in his spare time, he doubles for me. That's why last year...
It's absolutely true, America. Believe every word of it. And if you believe that, boy, do I have a bridge for you.
About that swampland in Florida, yeah.
Right. If you really notice.
Swamp dust. That's the cause, man.
We're going to do another track from you guys. We'll be back to the telephones in a moment on Rockline.
Tracks, man. Yeah.
This is Beautiful Girls by Van Halen. More with Alex Van Halen and David Lee Roth of Van Halen coming up on Rockline.
Hi, this is Greg Lake, and you're listening to Rockline.
And back to the telephones we go. We have a call from Connecticut now, and Michael is listening to WCOZ in Boston. Michael, where are you calling from in Connecticut?
Brooklyn, Connecticut.
And your question, please.
Hello, this is Greg Lake, and I'm on Rockline.
And this is Billy Squire. And we just like to say, stroke me, soak me, soak me.
What's your question?
Tune in next week for the Cheap Trick episode.
My name is Sesame Seed Bunny Carlos.
Take your shot, Michael.
And I'm Steve Perrier. Hey, shut up. Are you having a good time there, man?
Yeah.
All right, that's what it's all about. Rock and roll, we figure, is built for the neck down, and if you're having a good time, that's all it's about. This ain't no science experiment. What do you think, man?
Hello?
That's what I thought.
Michael agrees with you totally. Dude, try and get your question in here. Hey, come on. Michael is calling from Connecticut. He wants to talk to you guys. Let him ask his question.
Leave him alone.
Sorry,
All
Mike.
right. I was wondering why you guys never have Eddie or Michael with you doing interviews.
Well, they're here right now.
They are
You
here,
want to say hello to Eddie?
but they're reticent. And if you can
I'll tell you what,
spell that,
let me
boy, do
grab
I have
that
a
for you.
bridge for you.
Take it, Eddie.
Who's this?
At the tone, you will be speaking to Edward Van Halen in person.
What happened?
No, you know what it is with Edward and Michael, is that they're reticent.
No, actually, the bottom line is, since I am here now, I've been hiding behind Alex and Dave for a long time. But they warned me before I got married. They said, listen, when you get married, there's going to be 3 rings to the wedding. I mean, there's the engagement ring, there's the wedding.
And there's the suffering. Hey, sucker, you thought you'd get a real one this time, huh? Hey, listen, man, in Connecticut, I tell you, I used to live on the East Coast. You have a good time back there. Van Halen lives with you, man.
That's right. Yeah.
All right.
Catch you later.
Ciao.
Thank you, Michael, for the call. Our next is from Macon, Georgia, listening to Atlanta's 96 Rock. Hi, Eric.
Hey.
Eric, B, C.
Yeah.
Okay, spit it out.
I got a question.
It's X-rated.
Yeah. What kind of new musical changes can we expect on your new album?
we're doing a concept album. This is something based loosely I emphasize, on a disco flamenco new wave project.
Pseudo-religion.
Which is based roughly on motorcycles. Now, you can look for the 14-page booklet. That'll be attendant to the album, which is a 4-disc album, and it'll be in 6-color laser dye printout at a great expense to you. It's going to cost about $45, but what the hey? It's like, hey, man, you ask me a question, I'm going to answer, Do you realize, Al, that we're on national radio right now?
Well, what I want everybody to do is, I'm sorry, I'll tell you what, I'm sorry I don't have time to say hello to each individual city, so what I want you to do is I want you to look into your radio, and we'll wave to you, okay? Now watch.
Oh, what a nice wave. Look at that. Big smile now. Big smile.
Everybody smile.
Is this ridiculous? You believe we make a living at this?
It is hard to believe, ladies and gentlemen, but true.
That's why I got this job, man.
Next call is from WWCK out of Flint, Michigan. Hello, Renee.
Hi. Hi, guys.
Hey, Renee. Everybody's saying your sexiest voice. Hello, Renee. On 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You mental midgets.
Not you, honey.
Dave, I want you to do a favor for me.
Yes, sweetheart. What is
It'll
it?
cost you.
I want you to do a favor for me.
What is that, sweetheart?
I've been up all night and I want to go to sleep.
Yes.
I just got to hear one thing from you.
What's that, darling?
It's a high-pitched scream really loud, please.
That was good for me. How was it for you?
When are you coming to Detroit?
Oh, no telling. But when you hear a knock on the door, I'll knock 3 times, then once, then twice, then 3 short ones, then 4 long ones, then 2 short ones, and 1 long one. And you'll know it's me.
Dance the night away. Van Halen on Rockline. 3 knocks.
Right. How's it sounding, man? Have you seen her? So fat and pretty, moving with a style and ease. And I feel like from across the room, yes, it's love in the 3rd degree. Ooh, baby, baby, won't you? Till you let my way. bad. Nationwide,
It's
bad.
really-
Nationwide, in your ear, have no fear.
Whatever that band was.
Slurred speech is the first sign.
It's incredible. All this
Oh,
noise in
man.
the studio, and there are only 3 people in the room.
I
Do
tell
you
you.
believe that? Truly amazing, ladies and gentlemen.
We can't help it anymore.
We have a call now from Louisville,
Nola
Kentucky. This is
Contendere.
from WLRS in Susan.
Wait a minute, brother. That is not Louisville.
It's not
That's
Louisville. What is it, David?
Louisville. What is it, baby?
Louisville.
That's
Louisville.
right.
I remember you. I'm so embarrassed.
You've been there.
Go ahead, Susan.
Quit lying.
Okay, this question is for David. Oh, baby.
Oh, honey.
Okay, I want to know what the one really big thing a woman can do to really turn you on. What is it?
Really big thing that will turn on a woman.
That is the most. Knock it off. The guys in the studio are acting up, and I apologize. You know what? The one big thing that
I'm waiting.
that
Take it, David.
I'm waiting for this for years.
there's nothing specific. What you gotta look is you have to look very preppy with a sweater tied around your neck and little saddle shoes with little socks that go up to your knees, you know.
Brown ones.
Like that. And nothing else. And if you come up to the hotel room, I'll answer the door. What about you guys, huh? You morons. Shut up. Shut up.
Well, that was a
I'm
serious
sorry,
question,
David.
and
I'm
by golly,
sorry,
we got a
dude.
serious answer.
At
Our
least
next
they
call
know
is
how
from
to
Detroit.
pronounce Louisville.
The call is from WRIF. Thank you, David. And this is Julie.
Come
Take
on,
it.
man. This is an interview.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Julie.
Hey, honey. How are you tonight?
Okay, how you doing?
Oh, beaucoup. On a scale of 1 to 10, 11. Al, how are you doing tonight?
I was going to say,
Listen to that FM voice, will you? God, man.
well, the next disc will be spared
I
for
was
you.
just wondering.
Oh, relax, will you?
What's your favorite one to do live on stage?
Our favorite thing to do live on stage? Well, I'll tell you, just in general, music is my second favorite thing in the whole world to do.
What's your first favorite thing to do on stage?
You ain't no talk show host. Shut up.
Getting back to demographics, of course.
You guys going to leave it at that? I'm expecting you to talk for a bit here.
I'll tell you
you have
the
been all
truth.
night. What
I'll
slows
tell you the
down?
truth. I'll tell you the truth right now, America. Al been drinking.
We'll take another call from Kazoo out of Dallas. Kendall is on Rockline. Hello.
Dallas.
Hey, how you doing?
Everything's bigger and better in Texas. What's happening?
That's for sure.
So what's
hey, I was
happening?
wondering, I've been to the last 4 concerts y'all had here, and I was wondering why y'all don't play somebody give me a doctor.
Well, we haven't played it. Well, the reason is because we have a repertoire of maybe 40 or 50 songs that we have off of 4 or 5 albums. Do we have 4 albums out or 5?
One of those.
Anyway, we have a number of albums
4 or
out.
5.
Al is
And,
trying to be
we're-
incisive, America.
Yes, I'm trying to be
I
precise.
apologize.
Anyway, we have a certain time limit that we can work with, and we put in the songs that we, at that night, feel the best with. And we have done Doctor before.
Back
How's
with
your
Alex
doctor?
and Dave from Van Halen
But
after
you
this
missed
on
it.
Rockline. We are back live on Rockline on the Global Satellite Network.
Yes, indeed, rock fans. Woo! Live in front of your naked, steaming ears. Diamond David Lee Roth and
Al, your friend.
from Van Halen.
Well, they say it's kind of frightening how this younger generation swings. You know, it's more than just some new sensation. Well, the kid is into losing sleep, and he don't come home for half a week. You know, it's more than just an aggravation. uptight with who he meets and he's unemployed. In the cradle, we'll ride. In the cradle we'll ride. And I say rock on. Rock on. Have you seen Junior's grades? And when some local kid gets down, they try and drum him out of town. They say you put a piece baked it, boy. And so an early age he hits the street, winds up tied with who he meets, and in his unemployed, his folks are overjoyed. In the cradle, we'll ride. Yes, the cradle we'll ride. I say rock on. Hey, rock on. Rock on.
And the Cradle Will Rock, Van Halen on Rockline on the Global Satellite Network. I'm your host, Bob Coburn. Hardy, thank you for responding en masse to the Bob and Doug McKenzie autographed album giveaway. The records have been mailed, and we hope that you'll be getting yours. We're still processing the orders for Rockline t-shirts. We've had quite a few for those, and you should be receiving them shortly. Also, don't forget that until March 1st, we're accepting entries for our Ozzy Osbourne giveaway of 50 Ozzy t-shirts and 10 rare Ozzy picture discs, one of Van Halen's favorites. All you have to do is send 2 pictures of yourself, one normal and one as a madman. Include your pictures with your name, address, and a t-shirt size to Rockline, P.O. Box S, Tarzana, California, 91356. That's Rockline, P.O. Box S, Tarzana, California, 91356. Should I dare say thank you to Van Halen? Should I dare?
Thank you.
Thank you. Happy trails to you.
Yes, indeed, America. This has been another happy episode with those colorful cut-up cuties, Diamond David Lee Roth
And Al at your expense. Van Halen.
We are one half of Van Halen. God bless you, United States. You are bad. You are nationwide.
Yeah.
Never sell, never sell.
You guys may make it one of these days.
We're going to have a talk show next Friday, man, and we're going to interview other bands, so you just wait, man.
The one question that never...
You're out of a job, chump.
Thank you, David Lee Roth, new talk show host of Rockline, heard nationwide here in the United States. The one question that never came up, David, was what about the Lloyds of London paternity insurance thing? Did you convince them, or were they willing to do that to insure you against debauchery?
Well, as you know, this is not something that I choose to discuss in public forum, but as far as consequence, I'd like to dissipate the rumor. In fact, I believe in women's liberation. I liberate as many as possible.
David Lee Roth, ladies and gentlemen. You've been listening to Rockline, brought to you in part by Budweiser. For all you do, this Bud's for you. Rockline is directed by Kevin Koloff and Jeffrey Sudikoff. Technical and special direction by Stuart Slope, Skip Malone, Bill Sinclair, and Jerry Barber. Our associate producer is Cindy Cohen. Rockline is produced by Eddie Kritzer for the Global Satellite Network. I'm your host, Bob Coburn. Good night, and rock on!
KEZO Omaha, Z92, Rockin' Omaha.
I come in last night about 10:30. That baby of mine